only Black marketing director at Saks Avenue. And I also run a very small marketing consultant business slash event planning slash my friends think I can do everything, like make florals, business. Absolutely not. And I am also the vice president of the board for the National Association of Harlem.
Hello everybody, I'm Nika Winstead. I'm the owner of Watt Business Solutions, a tax and accounting firm. And I'm a mom, as you saw. My other son is right there, the other one is over there. And I was a graduate of the first cohort of used to be mine, right?
Yeah, mom. All right, so we have our judges.
A big round of applause. She was in the first cohort of our program, quit her job within that year, and has been full-time ever since. And this is in our church basement.
This is when we thought people were not going to register for the class, and we didn't have a place to have it. But hey, you're a perfect example of it did work. All right, so we have 4 contestants. I thought we had 6. So who didn't fill out the sheet right here? All right, let's go. So we have 3 minutes. We have 3 minutes. And Doc is going to be the timekeeper. So 3 minutes, and then 2 minute judges to ask questions. Good? We may have to cut it short. The game is good. It's pretty good. All right, so first up, we have Janelle Richmond, and she has a company called Reading in the City. And she's all the way from Philadelphia Eagles.
I brought one other Philly person with me, so we trained up. Hello everyone, so my name is Jay Rich and I am the creator of Reading in the City, which is a series of food curated events for women in Philadelphia and the surrounding areas. So I have a question, who loves brunch? Hey. Okay, so how would you like to have the ultimate brunch experience come to your door? I like that. Well, I have solved your problem with the Reading in the City Brunchaholic box. So in 2019, I, like a lot of business owners, was impacted by the pandemic, and I had to find another way to bring an experience, the brunch experience, in a different way because I no longer could do the in-person brunch, face-to-face, fun time experience for everyone. So I had to rethink, repurpose my brand, and come up with a way to give someone that experience at home. And even with post-pandemic, this box is still amazing because you can have a brunch day in, girls night in. If you want to have the box come to your house just to have your fun staples, you have that coming at the time, quarterly, to your home. The box is for all things edible and usable, and it's for all Black-owned business brands. So I have your 5 staples, your pancake waffle mix, Black-owned syrup, French toast seasoning. I have a honey butter, a coffee candle for your drink, and glassware. And all of the brands are by women, Black-owned. So it was created so, for one, these products are not in your local grocery store, but now can be an asset in your pantry, in your kitchen. I have done 2 rounds of this box, and I've gotten all of my promotion via social media, local news exposure via the news and the radio station. You can sign up for my waiting list on my website, which is readinginthecity.com. And I will be using the funds to make this box monthly or bi-monthly instead of quarterly, as well be able to get more products and expand more Black-owned business brands to give them the exposure that they wouldn't normally get in the grocery stores or on television and things like that. box plus all of the products, not including the shipping, is $37.16 to me.
And what do you retail this?
At $65.
Is that monthly?
No, that would be, that's was quarterly. Yeah.
How do you source who's on the box?
So I reach out to everybody on social media, and just emails, and they sell everything to me through wholesale. Most people, 2 people from Philadelphia, the rest was North Carolina, Atlanta, and everybody was Philadelphia.
What would you use the funding for?
Oh, to get the boxes, so the boxes are coming from China at pack lane, so it takes a really long time to get those boxes, and I want to have them more on hand. So because the shipping takes so long, and those boxes are pretty expensive because of the sturdiness, so I want to be able to do it monthly instead of quarterly, and again, be able to reach out to more vendors and do more wholesale products.
What's your current, do you mind sharing your current revenue?
So I did 2 now.
What's the dream for the box? Like, as you scale, what's the dream for the business? Is it just going to be boxes, or?
So no, yes, I want to keep it as a box because I want to continue to expand on the theme, expand on the ideas. You know, like right now it's a brunch box. Next time it could be brunch and it could be, I would say a dinner box, but seasoning boxes. It could be cookware, it could be dinner, drinkware. There's so many avenues in the culinary world where the recipes and things like that, I can share recipes with chefs and all different types of things like that. So I want to keep it as a box, but I want it thematic as it go out.
At this time,
Excellent.
All right, next up, we have Triana Fleming. Triana. Triana Fleming. I see well-watered women, and you were part of the Moms Academy too. All right, come on, Mondawmin. We did that Mondawmin. Absolutely.
Good evening, everyone.
Y'all got clap for her.
That's nervous. All right, so hey, I'm Triana. So for 11 months now, I've been meeting with a group of women. There are 19 of us at this point. And the group is called Wildwood Women. There are 19 of us at this point. Essentially, this is what I'm doing. They are women that I know that are meeting with me every month. We have a set meeting, date and time, and we get together, we share our goals, we water each other's goals. When we need help, this is what we need help, we need some support. We share our accomplishments from the previous month, and I share funding opportunities, grant opportunities. This was not something I set up to do, so I'm building as I go. I also provide bites to eat, and I would like to get business coaching, because even though this wasn't something that I set out to do for at least 7 years, I've literally been helping friends build businesses. My sister has a spa of 5 years running off of some of the things that I gave her, among other women. And so essentially, this is what I do. I'm a great encourager, I'm a great inspirer, I'm a nervous speaker, but what I do well. I would like to pay for business coaching so that I can officially have some certifications under my belt if I want to pitch competition. And I'm just really looking to expand and make it an official business. I set out to find my own space, and these women, one after another, have been joining me on this journey of growth and business development and personal development. And so I think I'm good for it because they actually learn it. They actually enjoy it. I sat down, I had a whole itinerary for the year 2023. 3 quarters are set. The last 3 quarters, we are planning on doing a retreat, having a holiday party, and in December, that's the rest month. Within this group of well-watered women, we are awarded well by God, our husbands, because the ones of us who are in relationships are all married, and each other. We water each other well. That's the purpose of the group. And that's it. So December, within the group, we have a core. There are 5 of us who have been consistent from the beginning, not missing meetings, really sewing into each other, looking out for each other and things like that. So I would like to make this an official business.
I know you mentioned that you have 18 people under your belt right now. How do you plan to encourage or capture the audience for the new?
A new audience?
How do you plan to promote it?
Essentially, it's word of mouth. That's how it's been building so far. And honestly, it's been off my natural talents, what I help them do. I had somebody reach out to me and offer to pay me more than I've been paid for any job, any individual job, just a few days ago, asking me to do something specific for her business. And this is a woman working on her second master's degree. So, and her business is established. So what I do naturally, it flows. And people see it and they latch on, they reach out, and typically I'll support. So at this point, and she's going, actually the second person reach out to me and offer payment for services. So what I naturally do is being seen and called on.
Is your business already making money? Are you already monetizing, or is it just kind of, you guys are just getting together and you're doing an inclusion right now, you're looking to monetize?
Yes, I'm looking to monetize. We do get together. Like I said, we just had our 11th meeting. March will be one we did. We didn't meet in December. But yeah, so we just had our 11th meeting. I've secured a place. Initially, we were having some meetings at different places. I've secured a place. So we have a standing meeting at this point. And so, what we do, and also another thing, I have people coming in as speakers now. So this first meeting of 2023, I actually recruited a finance professional because quarter 1 is finance, quarter 2 is going to be focused on wellness, and quarter 3, all quarters will include, all the meetings will include some business information, of course. But the primary focus, I had reached out to people to come in and actually teach so that we can all get the information that we need, and they won't just be looking at me for everything because I don't have the experience for everything. And we can't encourage our way through making money. Like at some point, you gotta get some strategy and actually learn.
That's not.
Omar? No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he gonna get fired.
I was here for Browns, but he's not glad to have a big game. All right, so that was well ordered. All right, so next up, we have Antonella.
Yes.
And the company is Fame Design Program.
Yes.
Welcome to the
Okay, girl, what's
All right.
A young girl's dream can become a woman's vision that will forever change the world. My name is Antonella Peterkin, and I'm the director of Fame Design Program. Fame is a mentoring program built on the 4 pillars of fashion, art, mentoring, and etiquette. We believe in allowing youth to embrace their creativity on the runway of life by helping them to build confidence and boost self-esteem through fashion show experiences and affirmation art-based activities. We are currently located in different schools for after-school programming, as well as lunch services, day classes, and things of that nature. We are hoping to build a more community base where they don't have to go to a specific school to be able to be a part of the program, because I believe in so many young women who have the talent that they want to tap into with fashion and art and be the next designer or be the next model. I'm building not only creatives, but I want to build entrepreneurs. I want them to know that there's someone that they can come to when they have those questions. I've had as young as a 5th grade designer on the runway that can sew better than me. I can't sew, so I'm just say that and be honest. But I know how to tap into my resources to expose them to those opportunities. And I have seen the growth, and I have seen how the village that I have is supporting me. Our team is built on parent volunteers, other Black women in business. So my board is built on some of the designers that I've used from the shows, some people who just believe in the vision. If I was allowed the funding, I would use this to be able to build a community-based organization. So finding a space that we can use to tap into any young lady who wants to be a part of this. I also talked to some people in the audience today, and they are motivating me to also tap into young men, because I feel like I want them to know that it's not just football. basketball, doctor, lawyer. You can be a designer. You can be a photographer. You can walk that runway, and the money is still going to be green. They think, oh, that's for girls. No, it can be for you as well. So I want to embrace all youth and help them to know that they can be able to change the world through fashion. So as Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, do not go where the path may lead, but instead go where there is no path and leave a trail. I am a trailblazer, and I believe that I will change the world one tutu at a time. Thank you, and have a great day. Yes.
So you know I'm gonna ask you about money,
Yes, ma'am.
because you're doing a lot of things from your heart,
Yes, ma'am.
and that's where we sometimes mess up. So how much are we charging?
For the program itself. So currently, right now, when schools pay for the service, I charge them like for a session, so from, give or take, from like September to December, and then from like January to May. So with that, the starting rate is $2,500, and that can service up to 20 girls per session, and that's a weekly thing. So I saw that some schools noticed that after school didn't work for them, so I now go in the schools during the day and do lunch bunch with the girls. So I grab a group of girls during lunchtime, and we do different affirmation-based activities. I also teach at an all-girls school where I use those same pillars that I built in the mentoring program, and I bring them into my classroom. So right now, my students are working on business plans. Some of them hate me for it, some of them are excited, but I want them to know whether you start tomorrow or 10 years from now, you can create a vision for yourself, and you can create another stream of income. We all were infected by the pandemic, and we know that that's something that we need to instill in the youth. They're the next generation. They're going to be helping us, so I try to instill it. Anything? Yes.
I guess I have one more question. How do you purchase this program? How are you getting this information out so that these programs in schools can be purchased?
I go to like vending events where schools, like one school had all of the community school coordinators, and we had vendors set up, and the community school coordinators could come. I get the word out through that. I also offer the service like a trial period type thing. So let's try it out for these 3 months and then see if it's something you want for longevity. Currently, Mount Washington and Lily Mae Carroll Jackson are my two like starter schools where I've been able to run the program, and some of my girls are seniors in college or just graduated. So I've been doing this for a long time. I kind of just wanted to help young ladies like me to have that outlet. Like I always have been different, but I didn't have people to nurture the outlet and the difference. So I wanted to be the person to be able to do that for the girl who wears weird things to some people, or the girl who cuts off her back pockets and makes a purse out of it, or cuts up her mother's toilet paper and makes dresses for her dolls. So I wanted to be the person, like, you know, sometimes the parents are like, what did you teach her? Because she's coming home, she's cutting up everything. I'm like, I'm sorry. Trust the process. That's all I can say. So, thank you.
That felt like the Apollo. Y'all just kept clapping. Like, when they gonna stop?
You gotta get a little rock.
Exactly. Fame Design Program. All right, next up we have Miranda Perkins, Elevated Space.
Hello, everybody. My name is Miranda. I'm the owner and lead designer for Elevated Space. That is a decluttering and organizing business where you all are really my demographic. So I'm not a mom, but I've found that most of my clients are moms who just need some structure in their lives, and that can be any space that I offer that service for. So closets has been a thing for me now, so this will go to product. I also have recognized that this is a Caucasian-dominated business, so it sometimes aligns with design, which I'm not a designer, I'm not an architect, so it would be education that I would be using the money for, as well as product, because hangers and things that I use for pantries are expensive, and sometimes I sell myself short by trying to maximize what I can find on Amazon, whereas most businesses, like I'm sure you guys have seen the Kardashians pantry, right? That's the Home Edit. They provide the products. The products that they use are their products. So that's something that I would like to have for myself as well, so that I can actually start to really monetize off the product and the service. I think I talked about them. So you said product.
Wait, I didn't even start the question. You still had a minute and 42 seconds left. That's all you said.
Well, I guess for the most part, I think that what my service provides to my clients is a sense of organization, which I find myself to be much more productive when I'm in an organized space. So whether that be my office or getting ready for work in the morning, or getting the kids together by using a calendar and saying, this is what's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. These are the things that I offer, and I do offer them on a recurring basis as well. So let's just say I come 1 month and you're like, okay, it's a disaster day. I can come back and I can continue to offer that service so that you feel like you're always in an organized space. I'm telling you, it makes the world of difference, honestly. Yes.
I mean, because I got a question. I would like to make it.
My question is like going like this.
That's okay. Is this a new venture for you? Have you been doing this for a while?
So here's the thing. So I've been doing it for years for family and friends, and then I realized I'm really good at this. So I really started to the person who did my branding video is here today, and he stays on me, and I appreciate that. But once I realized that I was really good at it, and I saw, again, what the industry offered, I'm like, okay, I gotta start really doing this and making money. But I think when I got into it, it was a hobby, and then I realized it does require some education behind it in order to really be good at it. I mean, color spectrums and all of those things. Doing closets, you need to know some of that information, and those are things that self-taught, but I would like to invest in education for myself.
What's your current pricing structure?
I charge by the hour.
You spoke about products, so you're trying to develop your own products to go along with?
I would like to. I would like to develop my own products because I spend a lot of money on Amazon buying their products, where I do know a place where I could get hangers and things of that sort, where I can have my own inventory so that when I meet with a client, they can purchase their items from me instead of me setting up an Amazon storefront and then they go to Amazon and purchase all of the products from Amazon.
How are you currently sharing this information if this is something that you're getting ready to venture into?
Yes, so I have a website. It's l-vacantSpace.com, and then I also have a social media page, which is why I'm here to listen to Anika and how she is so good with balancing not having a presence, but maximizing her business potential. Because I'm not really big on social media, so that is a little hard for me. But I do have a social media page.
And I guess my question is kind of what's your unique selling point in the world of, I think,
Wait, you
gotta let me finish? In the world of organization, I think that's blowing up as an industry right now. Like, what makes you different? Why would I want to hire you?
Teaching. So my goal is not to come back. My goal is for you to get motivated on your own and keep it up on your own, right? So I like to come in, we work together. Most of my clients are usually there with me so that they see what I'm doing, so that if they pull something out of the closet, they know where to put it back versus tossing it on the floor and paying me again to come back just to reorganize a closet that you actually watched me organize to begin with. So I think that that's what separates me. I'd like for us to all live the aesthetically pleasing lifestyle with the perfect like Instagrammable closet. So if I can show you how to maintain that on your own, you can hire me.
Yeah, I don't want to move with you. I'm sitting here thinking about how much money I'm about to have to pay her all the time. Because I'm definitely not hating it.
And I have a lot of, most men have me come often because it's just something that they're not even interested in keeping up.
But that's it, I'm sorry. I was just
Elevated space. All right, so we actually have one more, but I see, is Ashley Johnson here?
Ashley.
Ashley Johnson, where's Ashley? All right, so Ashley is actually gonna, is she a picture? All right, well, let's just go to the next one. So next up is. I got you. No, it's not your turn yet. I would just say if your name wasn't on here. Okay, so you are going to picture.
Yes.
Okay. So next up, we have Katrina. By the way, y'all, the Lakers are winning. Katrina Coleman.
You know what?
Please believe my sheet. I got money in the game.
So I am Katrina Coleman. It is a pleasure to be here in front of you. What we do is, well, part of the problem that we're seeing is, by a show of hands, how many of you have gone through things that you're trying to heal from? Mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually? Raise your hands. How many of you feel like you're getting the help? Right?
Oh, help.
You're getting the help that you need.
I give it help.
That is a vast difference in the show of hands that we're on. The solution that we provide is that we help to reach our audience and get them the help that they need. Throughout the pandemic, we had an event called Fan the Flame. And what this showed was that the women that gives birth to the nations, which is all of you, we're not getting the help that they need. We're expected to show up, we're expected to perform, we're expected to go out and do miraculous things, but yet we're not getting the help that we need. So what we do is we put you guys in front of the experts to get the help you need. We make connections with experts in mental health, with experts in fitness and nutrition, and to making sure that you're growing spiritually, to make sure that you're getting the help that you need, and that's exactly what we do. During the pandemic, we realized that this was such a cry out, and I can say even for myself, going through an industry of IT and really getting to the point of realizing that that wasn't what I wanted to do, and really going down the journey of what it is that I want to do. And all my life, I realized that I'm an encourager. I pour into women. I help to get you to the next level. I believe that we're stronger together, and with doing that, it is the stories that bind us. It is the healing in that journey. And not even just that, but knowing that if we need the help, no one else is going to do it but us. So a part of that is going through that journey and making sure that we get the professional help that we need. So the part 2 component is also, like I said, we pair with these professionals and helping to make sure that we're building that trust factor of showing that there's a connection there with telling their story and why we should trust them. Because during this event, like I said, Fan the Flame, we showed that a lot of us, we don't trust them, trust the professionals. Whether, it's just something that we've grown with, it's a limiting belief, or we've been betrayed before, and we don't know how to connect it. So what we do to bridge that connection is we help to build that trust factor. And we pair them into getting in front of the audience to get them the help that they need. How we do this? Well, we do speaking engagements, and as well as workshops, and as well as retreats. The retreats is going to be a really healing, one of a kind, where, once again, the professionals come there. Oh, I'm at my time. Okay. Okay.
So first, would you reintroduce the name of your business?
Yeah. So the following name is Be My Sheep, but the DBA is called Empower Your Narrative.
And then how much is it for your service to obtain the help that we need, the help that we don't know?
Okay, so there's two journeys. So within the one component of taking them down to the journey of healing, we have products where there's a workbook. The workbook is $59.99. The actual journey, that's enclosed in retreats. So that's one component. And with the retreats, that ranges from the location. So that can range from $120 to $200, depending on the location. I would say $200. And as far as helping the business owners to tell their story so that we can build a trust factor, I'm still working on that number, to be honest with you.
That's the best answer that I've ever heard. You
Okay.
don't have to have the answer.
Okay,
It's great.
okay,
It gives you starting point for good.
thank you. Do you have a talking mic? So my demographics is women of color, and it's faith-based entrepreneurs, women of color, and I would say that the age ranges from 35 to 40.
And how are you finding these women now?
So the event came through, the word of mouth came through, word of mouth for the event and as well as social media. I didn't do any paid ads, it was just kind of much advertising on IG and Facebook. But mainly, 55 women registered when I advertised it on December the 10th for New Year's Eve, and it wasn't even that many times, 55 women registered.
Do you currently have a website or social media platform that you're reaching out to?
So I have my personal, but here in Anika, I definitely want to make sure that I have the one for the business. But it's very much in the beginning stages, and that's exactly what we use the money for. Seeing that I really want to make sure that there's a clear layout and foundation for making sure we have the operations and the automation, and that we're not getting overwhelmed with the process. We as in
Time.
Loving these names. Last, y'all already know what it is, right? Y'all ready? Ashley Johnson, Mother Conscious. Come on up.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ashley Johnson. I'm excited to be here. As a result of using my birth class in a box, Black women have been learning their options about birth, gaining support from their spouses and their partners, and having breathtaking births. So I know many people right now are learning about the maternal health crisis that we find ourselves in, where Black women are being silenced, they're not being heard when it comes to their birth, and folks are looking for a better option, right? Folks are trying to figure out, what can I do about this? How can I protect myself? How can I protect my family? And one of the ways is education. Learning what the options are, learning what the process should look like, learning what to avoid, right? And so as a childbirth educator, I decided to stop doing live classes and to expand and put my classes into a product, the birth class in a box. And so it's an info booklet, it's a pregnancy journal, and it's 6 games and activities that folks can do by themselves, with their partner, with their families, to learn about all of their options when it comes to pregnancy and birth, and to learn what the process really looks like. And I really used it to connect with birth workers in particular, Black doulas, because they have the most reach to the pregnant moms. And so I've been taking it to them and pitching it to them as a way to expand their businesses and to save them some time, money, and energy, right? Because folks get into birth work and they're trying to do all of the things, right? Because we're like, oh, there's such a huge problem, and I need to fix the problem. And so this was my way of contributing to the solution, right, on 2 sides. One, making sure the moms have the information that they need, but also making sure that these birth businesses that are really supporting these moms and saving the lives are supported as well.
I don't really have a question. I just want to say thank you for the work that you are doing. The work is that you're doing, and if I didn't have somebody like you who was advocating for me in the form of a doula and a midwife, I wouldn't have had the work that I have. So I just want to take a pause because the work that you're doing is very important for saving the lives of Black mothers who are dying at exponential rates, trying to give birth to our very Black babies. So I just wanted to say that first. 2, I love that your business is B2B and B2C. How are you kind of finding your audiences, or how is your audience currently finding you?
I use Instagram to connect with moms and doulas.
Speaking of Black
My sidekick, as well as Facebook the support and the help and to be like, hey, this is an option that you guys have to help expand your business and to help you with your clients.
If I can ask, how much is that box currently?
$150,
And how much is your cost?
about $50. And it's on the lower end when it comes to independent birth classes, because when I was teaching in-person classes, it was anywhere from $300 to $500, depending on how many sessions there were. So I was like, let's make it a little cheaper for folks.
I guess I have a twofold question. One is, do you intend on picking back up the live birth classes, or do you want the business to just now be the boxes? And then the second part of that is, then if you say, yes, just the boxes, like how are you scaling and generating additional revenue moving forward? Are there additional boxes that people purchase? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah, so I would like to stick with the boxes. I think that I can be more impactful that way, and I can reach more people by doing it in a product style. And how I can expand, I've thought about doing like postpartum box, doing a breastfeeding box, so expanding different topics that way. And then I've also created an affiliate program where doulas can become an affiliate of the box and sell it to their clients, and then they get a 20% commission. So.
Let's get all of those pictures. It takes a lot to get up and pitch in front of strangers, especially your business, your passion, and especially when you're just starting out. Like, I teach all day, and I probably still am not super comfortable with telling everyone about my business that's a stranger, which you should, because that's part of business. A few things while they are deliberating. Eat all the food, drink all the wine, I have 4 to put out. And there are 3 QR codes at the front. Oh, they're bringing them here. So you have one for our Moms as Entrepreneurs Institute. That is a free academy for mom entrepreneurs, taking you from the mindset of the business to actually launching and scaling your business. The Moms Makers Academy, that's specifically for mommy makers. So if you are a person that's making tutus or whatever you're making, that's one. And then we have our Moms Night Out at Scola, QR code as well. So it's back there. Jerika just put them back there for you to scan and register or apply. I will say for the academies, you just want to probably take the link and save it, because it is going to require some time for you, not a lot of time, but some time for you to actually apply for the academy.
Right. So it's at the EDAC table, so you go back there. So also, we had a when did we have a women's conference?
When?
Was it early January? So one of the things that I like to do is to find out what customers want. We don't want to, as entrepreneurs, we don't want to dictate to what our customers want. So we're doing what we call customer discovery. So if you have the time, we actually have printed copies, but we also have a QR code back there. So that so you all can tell us, Omar, Tamara, these are the things that we would like to see to help us grow our business. And then the second thing I'm going to talk about is, what are you all going to do in 6 months? They keep talking about this recession. Do y'all have paying customers? Do you have paying customers? And do you have what people really want? So let me just do something real quick. So how many people are over the next 6 months are looking to make a major purchase? Let me just see by show. Okay. House, vehicle. All right. So within the 6 months, how many people are looking to get some more clothes? Nobody. Okay, come on, people.
No work is.
How many people are looking to get into or to receive some mental health services? How many people are looking to go to a restaurant? How many people want to go to the grocery store? So these are the type of questions that, as you all know, business owners should be asking. Because, they keep talking about this thing called the recession that's coming up. Are you going to be prepared for it? Nobody's prepared for this pandemic that hit us for 2 years. So make sure you got customers and repeat customers. And I think Leah and I were talking earlier, you know, one of the things that we're doing at Morgan and EDAC is all about customer experience. You don't want just people to have people just come and just buy. People want an experience, regardless of what type of business you're in, because people are going to remember that experience. So kind of think about that as you are looking. So go eat the food, y'all. Drink up all the wine. The Lakers are winning. I got some money on the game. Anybody else got money on the game? No? Yeah, it's hard betting on these games. So. Yeah. I'm only 25. Can I tell you anything? Well, you tell everybody in there to tell me what you do. I'll put it on the spot, y'all.
My name is Jayla. I sell cookies. I'm a senior in high school.
The chocolate chip, and we're selling them for $5 for the day. All right, if anybody wants, I'm just trying to make a profit.
It's 2 for $1 and 5 for 3. Okay. So they're toffee chocolate chip.
Oh, that sounds like a good night.
Yes.
And I got
She has samples. All right. So the point is, you know, Tamara taught, we used to do this 6-week summer camp, and we just did one for 2 weeks. So Tamara, actually a week. So Tamara taught me into doing it again. Was it a week? Or was it 2 weeks? Summer camp.
It was a week.
It was a week. So she taught me to doing it for two weeks. So it's always good to give back and our younger generation, give them an opportunity to experience entrepreneurship as well. So if you're interested in the cookies are here. So we also, I know you're working. Can I borrow the help for a minute? All right. So tell the folk who you are. Okay. Y'all hear?
I'm Travis, and I'm a photographer.
And what's cool?
I go to Boston City.
Hey! Whoa! Yay, night!
So are you have your services for pay? Can people pay for your services? Yes. All right, so we have two young entrepreneurs up here. All right, so make sure y'all support them. All right. Thank you. All right. All right, so are we ready? We have a winner? That's why I thought Morganized. Any other Morganized in the house? Anybody with the copy? Boy, you were see how they be sitting. Anyway, all right, so first. Excuse me. Oh, shit. They still delivering, yeah.
No, we're not. We're not delivering. We're going to do second place first.
All right, second.
Oh, am I? Okay. All right, the second place winner who's getting $250 is Fame. Everybody who pitched. We had, as y'all can see, it took us forever to come back in here because we had a very hard time deciding on who was going to get the money. We thought all the pitches were really great, and so we also decided before we announced the first place winner that everyone who pitched will get the opportunity to have a one-on-one business consultation with the board and name, because there were a lot of recommendations that we were like scribbling down. Make sure we're helping you all scale your businesses and getting the support you need, even if you don't get the resources today. We wanted to lend our services in that way. So that was it. First place winner is Elevated Space.
That's my fellow Morganites. Any other Morganites in the house? Anybody with the copy? Boy, you were, see how they be sitting? Anyway, all right, so first one. Excuse me. Oh, sit down. They still delivering, yeah.
No, we're not. We're gonna do second place first.
All right, second.
Oh, am I? Okay. All right, the second place winner, who's getting $250, is Fame. Oh, I forgot to, one, I guess we should have said thank you to everybody who pitched. We had, as y'all can see, it took us forever to come back in here because we had a very hard time deciding on who was going to get the money. We thought all the pitches were really great, and so we also decided before we announced the first place winner that everyone who pitched will get the opportunity to have a one-on-one business consultation with the board and name, because there were a lot of recommendations that we were like scribbling down. For sure, make sure we're helping you all scale your businesses and getting the support you need, even if you don't get the resources today. We wanted to lend our services in that way. Right, so that was it. First place winner is Elevated Space. Go out and give Home Edit a run for their money. You be great in that space, and I will call you in a couple days.
That's right. You have customers already?
Yes.
Yeah.